In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to replace the fuel pump on your Subaru Crosstrek. This is located on the interior of the vehicle, under your rear seat. Let's get started. We need to depressurize the fuel system. To do that, we're going to come into our fuse box in the engine bay. There's two tabs on the inside here. Just press in on those, pull up. Now if you look on the inside of the fuse box lid, we have an arrow pointing to the front. That tells us the orientation of our diagram. Down here at the bottom right of our diagram, we have the fuel pump fuse, 15 amp. So we'll follow down here to our actual fuses, and we're going to remove this fuse. In a lot of cars, you'll have a fuse puller. If you don't, you can just use a set of needle nose pliers. This will grab onto the fuse itself and allow you to pull it out. Now it's good to check the fuse when you pull it out, make sure it's not blown or looks like it's gotten hot. This one looks good, so we'll set that off to the side. Now we're going to turn the car over until we know that the system is depressurized. With the fuel system depressurized, we can remove the fuel pump. We're going to come into the rear of the vehicle, putting your hand under the front of the bottom of the seat. We're going to pull out on two tabs on either side. One. And two. Now there's couple of small hoops in the back. There's one. You just want to push down on the back of the seat and pull out on the front. And make sure you get your seatbelt buckles out of the way, and our cushion comes right out. To release the bottom of the seat, you're going to want to pull on this tab. Now that we have access to our panel covering our fuel pump, we're going to take out these 4 Phillips head screws. Now we can start pulling our panel up. We have a small electrical connector in here. To release our electrical connector, there's a tab on the back side facing the outside of the car. We're going to press in on that. It can help to push down on the connector just a little bit before pulling up. And there we go. Make sure to check for any corrosion on the terminals. This looks good. We're going to tuck that out of the way. And we've accessed our fuel pump. Now we have 8mm nuts on studs coming out of the body. We're going to go around the ring and remove them. Now we can release our fuel line quick connects. You're going to notice a couple of green tabs on the side of each one. We're going to use a couple of picks coming underneath each of the ends of the tabs. There's one side, and it's the same on the other. And once it's pulled up like that, you pull it off. And it's the same on the other. You may get some gas out of them, that's okay. Now I'm just going to push the fuel lines out of the way a little bit. You don't want to push them too far because you don't want them to fall down into a space that you can't reach. Now we're going to be very careful not to damage anything as we remove the assembly. As you come up, you want to see where your level arm is facing and tip it that way so you don't bend the arm. Just going to let some of the fuel drain out. All right, before we can install our fuel pump, we have a couple of seals that we want to put on. There's one that goes on the top and one that comes up from the bottom. There's a notch on your ring here. You want to match that up with the seal on the top. And then you have a few bits of the gasket from the bottom that want to come up through the ring at the top to line it up. And with that lined up, we can install this in the car. While installing this, you want to be careful of your lines as well as the level sensor. Now with the ring set down, we can plug in both of our connectors and push down on the green tab. I'm going to push these in so that they're all the way in. Now we can install our hardware. We're going to hold down on the ring, make sure it's fully seated down, and we can start installing our hardware. And we can snug all those down. You don't want to go too tight, and you want to work in a star pattern to tighten these down all together. Once you have all the nuts snugged down, go back through and make sure they're all tight. And there we go. Now we can go ahead and plug our electrical connector back in. You want to make sure you hear the click. And we can reinstall our cover. And reinstall our screws. And now we can reinstall the seat. Now to reinstall our rear seat, we have these small loops on the back of the seat that go into a hook. I'm just going to tilt the seat back. And we'll find each of the hooks, get the loop under it. As we're doing this, we want to pull our seatbelt buckles through. There's one. There's the other. We have those out. Make sure we're under our hooks. And we can line up the clips in the front. And we'll press down on each of those. Make sure the seat's secure. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our fuel pump fuse. Make sure that's fully seated. If you have a fuse puller, make sure you put that back. And we can reinstall the cap. Make sure that's fully seated. Make sure you turn the ignition on and off a few times to prime the system. Then you can start it, and you're all good.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.